The best founders maintain a direct connection to their users throughout the lifespan of their entire company. If you are the CEO, it is your job. It is in your job description to talk to customers. In order to start your company, you need to code or build your product and talk to users. A lot of the advice that I'll present today is actually synthesized fantastically in this book, actually written by a YC founder called the MOM test. So the MOM test is 3 common errors that we make when we try to conduct user interviews. The first mistake that we pretty much all make is we talk about our idea. But during a user interview, that is not the time to be pitching the product. The goal of a great user interview is to extract information from the person that you're talking to extract data that will help you improve the product or improve your marketing or improve your positioning. Second mistake that we pretty much all make is we talk about hypotheticals. We talk about features that we want to build. That is wrong. Instead, talk about specifics that have already occurred in the user's life. Try to extract information about the users, the path that led them to encounter that problem. Learn about their motivations. Learn about why they got themselves into that problem in the first place. And the third trap that we pretty much all fall into is that we talk. We talk a lot. Try to restrain your interest in talking and really listen. Take notes and listen to what the user is saying so that when you return to the office, you're bringing hard data, real facts about users' lives to the table. I think that there are 5 great questions that everyone can ask during their early customer interviews. The first question is, what is the hardest part about doing the thing that you're trying to solve? Hopefully, you'll learn about specific pain points that they have. The second question, tell me about the last time that you encountered this problem, so that as you develop your product, you'll be able to actually reference real-life examples of past problems that potential users have had, and you can overlay your solution on top of that to see if it would have helped in that particular circumstance. The third question is, why was this hard? What were these specific things that they encountered that were difficult? The benefit from asking this question is not just to identify the exact problem that you may begin to solve with your solution to this problem, but you'll also begin to understand how you market your product, how you explain to new potential users the value or the benefits of your solution. Fourth question is, what, if anything, have you done to try to solve this problem? If potential customers are not already exploring potential solutions to their problem, it's possible that the problem that you're trying to solve is not a burning enough problem for customers. You want to ask this question for 2 reasons. One is to figure out whether the problem that you're solving or you're working to solve is even really something that people are already looking for solutions to. And the second one is, what are the other competition out there? The fifth question is very tactical. What don't you love about the solutions that you've already tried? This is the beginning of your potential feature set. These are specifics, and you can begin to kind of figure out what the differential between your new solution and the existing solutions already in the market will be. Talking to users, as I said before, is useful at pretty much all stages of your company. But there's 3 critical phases to an early stage company. At the idea stage, you need to begin finding the first people that will be interested in either providing information about the problem that they've encountered or potentially signing up to be your first users. Some tips for this stage: take notes. Take detailed notes. Keep it casual. The third thing is you need to be cognizant of the other person's time. As you move past the idea stage into testing your prototype with users, I love to ask questions that extract numerical answers to 3 facts about the customer that I'm working with. The first one that I want to get to the bottom of is, how much does this problem cost them today? Second one that I like to get to the bottom of is, how frequently do they encounter this problem? The best problems that startups can target are ones that are encountered more frequently. This is usually beneficial for 2 reasons. One is they encounter a problem on a more regular basis. The second reason why you want to tackle a problem that people encounter on a more frequent basis is you'll get more chances to know whether your product is actually solving a problem. The third thing that you want to get to the bottom of is, how large is their budget for solving this problem? If you're talking to the operator, the person who's actually there on the kind of the assembly line, they may encounter this problem on a really regular basis, but they just don't have the budget. They don't have the authority to actually solve the problem. As you're trying to identify the best first customers, make sure that you're asking questions about whether they actually have the ability to solve the problem. I like to visualize answers to these three sets of customer questions as overlapping Venn diagrams, with the best first customer being at the center of the Venn diagram, where they have the highest kind of numerical answers to the three questions that I outlined. The last stage before product market fit that can benefit from user interviews is actually the process of iterating towards product market fit. Paul Graham's definition for product market fit is when you've made something that people want. You may have heard of the app Superhuman, which is a super fast email client. Well, the CEO published an amazing blog post. He describes a process where on a weekly basis, he asks pretty much all his customers, how would you feel if you could no longer use Superhuman? 3 answers: very disappointed, somewhat disappointed, not disappointed. He measured the percentage of users who answered the question, very disappointed. These are the users who most value your product. If 40% or more of your user base reports that they would be very disappointed if your product went away on a weekly basis, that's kind of the signal. That's the differentiation point that it says, if you get past this point, your product will just grow exponentially. Some other great tips that we've found at this stage is ask your users for the phone number during sign up. Because oftentimes you'll be looking at the data and you'll be wondering, why is the data showing this particular kind of learning about our customers? Sometimes it helps to just get on the phone and talk to one person who's encountering this problem. Second one is don't design by committee. You can't simply ask your users what features they want. Instead of asking, will users be interested in using this new product or this new feature, instead say, here's an upgrade flow. If you want this new product, put your credit card, or if you want this new feature, put your credit card information or pay more, even before you've actually built out the feature. The third thing to do during user interviews at this stage is to remember to discard bad data. Some of the kind of worst bad data that you may encounter is compliments. The second main type of bad data that you may encounter is fluff. These are hypotheticals. These are generic statements.